problem, Michael. You made it. That's what counts.
Trustees, we are going live now.
Yes.
Okay, we're
Thank you.
going live. Great. Can we put the flag up, Chris?
On that right now.
Okay, everybody can join me in Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
Pledge
allegiance
allegiance to the flag
Flag of the United States of America
and to
and to the republic for which it stands,
one nation,
one nation under
under
God,
God,
indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay.
I have a quiz on the flag salute.
Yeah.
What president put one nation under God?
Franklin Roosevelt.
Who?
Franklin Roosevelt.
Nope.
Eisenhower.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Trivial and facts from
Board
Harvey's
meeting
Audio.
trivia.
Okay. Great, Harv. Good way to start the meeting. Can I have meeting is started at 6:08 and it's called to order. Please, let's see.
My turn.
Your turn, Steve. Yep.
Pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Act, notice that this meeting was emailed to the Herald News, the record office of the county clerk, and posted on the PCC website and bulletin board on August 4th. The public may participate in this meeting only during the public portion, which takes place near the end of the meeting. To be recognized to speak, members of the public who are attending on Zoom via the web should use the raise hand function. Upon recognition by the chair, you will unmute your microphone. Members of the public who are attending the meeting via phone call must hit *9 on their phone keypad to raise their hand to be recognized. Upon recognition by the chair, they can mute their audio by using *6 on their keypad instead. Individuals addressing the board must give their name and address in audible tone and will have 5 minutes to make their statement. Comments from the public, which are provided by email or written letter, will be read during the meeting in a manner audible to all meeting participants and the public. Time limit for public comment shall apply to comments received via email or written letter. Such comments will be read from the beginning until the time limit is reached. The board may pass over duplicate written and email comments. However, each duplicate comment shall be noted for the record with the content summarized.
Terrific. Thank you, Steve. The roll call.
Alumni Rep Martinez.
Here.
Trustee Drakeford, Trustee Esquiche, Trustee Golden,
Yeah.
Trustee Montanez Diodene, Trustee Moody,
Present.
Trustee Nutter,
Here.
Trustee Poe, Trustee Smith,
Here.
Trustee Tovetti,
Here.
Vice Chair Tanis,
Here.
Chairman Marco.
Here. Okay, the first order of business is consideration of the minutes of July 20th, 2021, Board of Trustee meeting. Are there any corrections to the minutes? Hearing none. Okay, can I have a motion for the minutes?
I'll move it.
Michael, second. Roll call.
Trustee Golden,
Yes.
Trustee Moody,
Yes.
Trustee Nutter,
Yes.
Trustee Smith,
Yes.
Trustee Tovetti,
Yes.
Vice Chair Tanis,
Yes.
Chairman Marco.
Yes. Okay, Steve, I think I turn it back to you.
Yep. Just a few comments. First, thank everybody for doing this. We usually do not have an August meeting. It's sometimes very hard to get a quorum, but we just have a lot of business going on, a lot of appointments and a lot of purchases. So we really just needed to have the meeting for that purpose, but just give you a few updates on a few different things right now. One we're very excited about. Since the last meeting, we received something called a FIPSI grant. It's Fund for the Improvement of Post-Secondary Education. I will be honest, we applied for it about a year ago and we had totally forgotten we applied for it. It's one of those kind of things that, you know, it was out of sight, out of mind, but it's a different type of grant from some other grants we've got, and that's what makes it exciting. It's a $2 million grant over 2 years, and what the exciting part of it is, we sometimes you take a chance and you write something and hoping that maybe you'll get it as a long shot, but we got it, and what's going to allow us to do it's a grant where we will be working with the high schools. And what we wrote in is we're going to be able to pay. The premise of the grant was that, especially because of the pandemic, many high school students have fallen behind on the ability to take college. They've been falling behind in general, but they've really fallen behind on their ability to take college classes while still in high school. What this is going to give us the ability to do at PCTI and the Patterson Public Schools and the Passaic Public Schools, we're going to be able to pay for hundreds and hundreds of students to attend PCCC while still in high school and take classes. The other thing it's going to do, we put in money in the grant that we can actually offer to each of these high schools. We can build a classroom, a video classroom in each of the high schools. So we're going to be, so what it's going to mean is, very often some of the high schools come to us, they have one or two students who want to take a course like physics, for example, that they don't have a full class and it's not something that they can do, but they have one or two students. What this is going to do is, with this technology, they can put two students in a small classroom or a conference room or whatever they want. They can actually take the class, which is being held on the main campus from their high school, and sit in and take physics class, which probably would not be available to them any other way. The other things we're able to do here is, again, provide some extra support to these students, similar to what you heard last month in terms of the grant that we got from the state, but this just takes it one step further, and truthfully is a lot bigger grant that we're going to be able to do. So we're excited about it, and I think it's something that really is going to allow us to work with the schools in a way that we haven't been able to work with some of the schools before. So I see our Passaic superintendent just joined us, and I haven't told her yet, but I've got a lot of money to support your students in a new grant that we have. So we're very excited about it. And
that is so great. I was listening. I apologize. I'm just leaving the office, so I'm driving and listening to you. But I heard you talk about the grant. I was going to ask you how much money.
$2 million.
Oh, great. Hi, everyone.
And I could probably pay for most of your students who want to take college classes for the next 2 years. You wouldn't even have to pay it out of your budget, and Passaic's been wonderful about supporting their students to take college classes out of their budget. But I could build a classroom for you. We've got grant funds to build a video classroom for you as well.
Oh, that is awesome to hear. I was going to ask you too, that question: were there particular schools that you were working with, or was it open to all of the school districts?
No, it's PCTI, the Passaic schools, and Patterson.
Okay, PCTI, Passaic City, and Patterson. Got it.
Yep.
That's great. Awesome. Thank you.
So that's really exciting, and I think and this is a 2-year grant, and I think I think there was only about 20 given in the entire country. So I'm excited that this was something we were able to pull off, and it should have some really positive results. The only other thing I'll update you on is at this point, our enrollment for the fall is basically where we wanted it to be. We're up in new students, slightly down in returning students, but that's normal because we're retaining. So we're actually our retention rates are higher than they've been in the past, and we're recovering some new students. Got to still have a way to go, but we're right now, when we compare where we were last year at this date and where we are right now, it's encouraging. So it appears we're getting some students back, nowhere near pre-pandemic levels at this point, but it's improving, and that's exciting. Again, we are seeing that the new students who are coming in with some greater deficits than we are used to. They're going to need some more help in order to get up to college level, and we're going to probably need to give some more support to these students, but we're ready to do that. So that's not a problem. So,
all right, Steve, Dr. Rose, are most of them coming in person, or are they coming in the methods we talked about last month?
Most are coming in person. About 60% of the students are coming in person, and about 40% will be either remote or doing it this way or online. So we're, obviously the Delta variant has thrown a monkey wrench into some of the plans, that we have had. we are putting back mask mandate in terms of in classrooms, anywhere where you can't socially distance yourself. We're putting in a mask mandate. Today, we sent out to all students and staff that students, any student who gives us their vaccination information will get $150 from us.
What about commissioners?
No, I can't. We're not even doing it for employees, but we
I
are.
wish.
But in addition, we've got a raffle each week for 20 laptops. So we're going to be giving away. So if they give, so, and that includes all staff and faculty. And look, we'll include trustees in there if you want. If you want to send us the website, put in your vaccination information. We'll include you in the raffle. And look, the idea is
They're gonna throw our names back. If you win, they're gonna throw our names back.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
We get to borrow them, though, not keep them, right? So.
Yeah.
Look, the idea is we're doing everything we can, to get our students vaccinated. We're going to be, the county has been, of course, a wonderful partner. They're going to be coming on campus and doing vaccinations for us. We're going to do everything we can to encourage students to get vaccinated. And, we've been doing it all along. But we're going to keep doing it more. We are getting new and conflicting information almost every day from the CDC and the state, who are now getting incredibly wishy-washy in their guidance to us. And everything is, last year everything is you must do this, you have to do this, you're required to do this. Now the information is, well, we recommend that you might want to consider doing this, or you should do this, or it might be a good idea to do this, or we encourage you to do this. Nothing is required. That's good in some ways. Obviously we weren't very happy last year when they were requiring us to do all these things, but this wishy-washy stuff that they're giving us right now does make things a little difficult for us to do. So all 18 colleges are kind of working together right now to try and make sure that most of us have a consistent message in terms of it, are doing things in a similar way. But when you've got part of your population vaccinated, the majority of your population vaccinated, but part of the population unvaccinated, it does create a lot of challenges. And we're trying to work through it the best we can, but it's a challenge.
Okay, are there any questions to Dr. Rose on the material he just covered? No.
What percentage of our students is vaccinated at this point?
We're trying to figure that out.
Okay.
And that's why we started today to collect. We set up a website where students, if you go to our website, you'll see vaccination information, vaccination incentive program information. And if you click on it, you can see that students are already, the information just went out and they're starting to put in their stuff. So I'm going to say within 10 days or so, we should have a pretty good idea, because I think that $150 is a good incentive for that. And that's coming out of the, American Rescue Fund monies that we got at the college. And that's what they're encouraging us to use it for. Do what you can to get students to comply.
Great. Okay, well, there's no need to go into any executive sessions, so.
So let me just do the information items quickly.
Sure.
Before we get there, just we have grant awards from the Cultural Affairs Department. They're always getting new things, and some grants require you to accept them, and that's why these are on the agenda tonight. Purchases of goods and services. Happy to answer any questions about any of those that you may have. Again, a lot of these purchases are stuff that is coming up because of specifically because of COVID. Some of them are regular purchases that we're making all the time. So if there are any questions about any of those. Last but not least,
personnel.
Last but not least,
personnel issues.
Yeah, last but not least, disposal of surplus property. every year or two, we come to the board with stuff that is obsolete or damaged and needs to be done. Since they were purchased with public funds to begin with, they need to, you need to approve the disposal of these items. And what we typically do is we will, in this case, it's most of it is junk, but some is like old computer stuff and stuff like that. So we've contacted some of the vendors that the county typically uses to dispose of property, and we'll be going with them. And any funds that we get for it, we'll put towards scholarships for students. So that's disposal of reciprocity. And then we've got personnel items and Mike, can we answer questions about personnel items without going into closed session?
Depends on the question.
Okay.
I have a question.
Okay.
I have a question. This is Al Moody. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. The first three names on the sheet you gave us, you're asking for a term of approval for 1 month?
Yes.
For the first three?
Yes.
Okay.
So what the story is there, these are people on grants, and the grants have not yet been approved for this year. So it's unfortunate that we have this situation every year. These are grants that run from July 1st to June 30th. And in this case, the state or federal government have not given us the approval yet for these grants. But these employees are, continuing employees. Some of them have been here for years. And the intent is that we feel very confident that we will get approval on these grants at some point during the year. So basically, we're fronting the money on these grants, each month, but we're not going to appoint the people for the entire year until we get the formal approval from either the state or federal government that these grants are approved.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, I have a question there, Steve, Dr.
Sure.
Rose. The job postings that you sent out, aren't a lot of them being approved tonight?
Some of them are, yes.
Most of those positions look like they were on the personnel agenda. So
In many
I was
cases, they
confused
are,
why you
yes.
sent out the postings.
Well, I guess until you approve them, they're still open.
Oh, okay, all right.
Technically, until they go through the board, they're still open. So.
Oh, okay. Just wondering.
Steve, one question on page 4 of the personnel agenda.
Yes.
The last employee under what would be Roman numeral 3. Is there a typo there? Because that looks like a 13-month appointment. I'm wondering if that's a typo.
No, it's not, because that grant is approved through that's a federal grant, and it goes till October 1st.
Okay. Of next year. Okay. All right.
So we got approval for the continuation of the next year of the grant, and since it's a federal grant, it's on a federal fiscal year, and it ends September 30th.
Okay. All right. Very good.
Yep. Yeah, it's correct.
Okay.
And Mr. Chairman, that's all I got.
That's all you got, Dr. Rose? Okay. We have a motion then to adopt resolution number 3, consent resolution items.
So moved.
They. Second, okay, they include the acceptance of grant awards, cultural affairs, approval of purchases of goods and services as set forth in the memorandum dated August 17th, 2021, approval of the disposal of surplus property as set forth in the board packet, and approval of personnel actions in the personnel actions memorandum dated August 17th, 2021. So we had a roll call, Evelyn?
Sure. Trustee Drakeford,
Yes.
trustee Glovin,
Yes.
trustee Montanez Diodene,
Yes.
trustee Moody,
Yes.
trustee Nutter,
Yes.
trustee Smith,
Yes.
trustee Trivedi,
Yes.
vice chair Tanis,
Yes.
chairman Marco.
Yes. Okay, are there any remarks from the trustees? No. Council Cerrone, any remarks from the public?
No, I received no emails from the public.
Okay. May I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
So moved.
So move.
Second.
Roll.
Trustee Drakeford,
Yes.
trustee Groveland,
Yes.
trustee Montanez Dionne,
Yes.
trustee Moody,
Yes.
trustee Nutter,
Yes.
trustee Smith,
Yes.
trustee Trivedi,
Yes.
vice chair Tanis,
Yes.
chairman Marco.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone. for
Enjoy
joining
the
us.
rest of the
Thanks,
summer.
everybody.
all.
Yep. See you
Enjoy
in
the summer.
September.
Good
See you in
night.
September.
And
Night.
song.
That was a song. I
Somebody
think.
break
Yeah,
it
who's
down.
gonna sing it? Who's